$1,000.
And we are live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or good morning.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. A lot of stuff going on here. We'll talk more about it tomorrow when Tony D is here. Hopefully JoJo is here tomorrow. Brian and I are going live tonight. Chopsticks BBQ, aka Brian TX, the Cataskull. How you doing, my friend?
I am doing good. So good to be home. All right, how are you?
Equally doing well. Good to be home. Was in New Mexico.
As was
Um,
I.
as were you, but I think we were about 4 or 5 hours separated, both
Yeah,
of us.
yeah, 4 hours.
Um, what was it? I did go live last Sunday with Bell Kings Fantasy Football, and you were
Yeah,
also in the chat.
Chatter's box.
Yeah. Who used to call it cheap seats?
Helen.
Helen used to call it the cheap seats. I
Yeah.
don't think they're the cheap seats. Um, but yeah, it's different. Never been to New Mexico. Been to Mexico several times. Never been to New Mexico, but I don't know. I think you might think I'm wrong, Brian. You would know better from where you live. New Mexico seems like an untapped market. You know how like South Carolina, North Carolina,
Hmm. Yeah.
Virginia,
Hmm.
DC, Maryland is just overpopulated and totally like, I don't know, like you buy a house and you're just like, did I overpay?
Yeah.
It just seems like an area or a market. It was just, I don't know, it was just different.
I mean, because I was told um, like I said, like Albuquerque would probably be like the most heavy populated,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't. We have a Las Vegas, New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the only thing I knew about like New Mexico was like I only been to Rio Doso, and that's because they had a ski resort.
Mm-hmm.
But um, but yeah, it's like I've never been to Carlsbad, never been to Albuquerque. So like going to like I would probably say for you, you probably had more scenery than I did because where I'm at in Carlsbad, like there's not many options.
Okay.
I mean, because I mean, you have like your usual. I mean, they have your McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, and then you have a Chili's, IHOP, Denny's, and then a Wingstop, and then there's some Walmart, of course. Walmart's like everywhere, but yeah, but like where I'm at, it's just like not much of a selection. But then everything closes early, so
Ah,
and it sucks because like I work night shift, and it's like I wake up at 5, and it's like I mean, there's a cafeteria at the man camp, but every now and then it's like I don't want man camp food. So like, yeah, let me go try this place. Oh, they close at 5. Great.
I mean, I shouldn't have messed with you. The time zone stuff kind of messed with me when I was down there.
Yeah, a little bit because it's like I have to keep in mind because I'm like it's an hour behind Texas.
Right, right. And
Yeah.
2 hours for me. So here it is on Sunday, you know, and 1 o'clock games are now 11 a.m. games for me. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. And
Yeah.
of course, with the cards on Saturday with Survivor Series, I was just like, well, wait a minute, what time is this coming on? And I was like, is this Mexico time? Is this like MST or is this, Eastern Standard? So I was
Um,
all screwed up.
yeah. That's what I know. Like whenever I'm there, it's like soon that's why like whenever I'm in that whenever y'all are live and I'm sitting around like, hey, good morning from New Mexico, because it's like 8 o'clock. I know it's 10 o'clock over with y'all,
Mm-hmm.
so it's
Mm-hmm.
like that's when I know. But just imagine if you went to Vegas, man. That's 3 hours.
That's 3 hours. That's 3 hours, but it's different because if you're in Vegas, like I remember I went out to San Francisco
Yeah.
for Levi Stadium, and it was funny to me that things were closing up early because I was still stuck on New York time, and I was just like,
Yeah.
wait, they're shutting down? Like, wait, what's going on here? And then it was kind of like one of my friends was like, hey, if we were in New York, it's 3 o'clock right now in the morning. So yeah, it's shutting down. But I don't know. It was, like I said, it was different. I enjoyed myself a lot. Took a look at some of the homes down there. Spent a lot of time in Las Cruces, El Paso. It was kind of going back between Las Cruces and going back to El Paso.
Did you try eating the tacos?
I did not, but I tried some steakhouse down there. It seemed like a chain, like Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, it's a chain.
Yeah,
It's a chain.
That's where it was. But hospitality was just there. It was like
You walk in a Texas Roadhouse, you gotta like snack on some peanuts,
yes,
and then you pick your steak from the window.
but it wasn't that edge. You know the edge I'm talking about, right? That New York edge.
Oh, the sear?
No,
No.
just the I'm super busy, yada yada
Hey,
yada.
Carmen.
Hey, Carmen, I'm super busy, and it was like none of that. It was kind of like we left that up in the tri-state area, in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut.
Oh,
Like it was just people were just down to earth, nice. It's like you're there, and I don't know. It's like we say it every time when we leave New York, and when you leave the hustle and bustle, and you just there's California, there's New York, and then there's the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just
dude, like San Diego, man. San Diego's my spot. I love San Diego. The weather, clean, people laid back and chill. I mean, it's great.
okay.
Only downside of San Diego, well, California is like price of gas.
Mm-hmm.
It's about equivalent to y'all. The price of gas, and then in certain areas of San Diego, it's like there's no there's only selective U-turns. There's selective areas where you can do a U-turn, but it's like, well, if you miss a block, you got to go down to the next one. And
no, I mean, listen, the gas is high here in New York, but out there is just like, whew, it's like just like I said, it's like a different world.
And what's weird though, did you know, like when pumping gas in New Mexico, how you see like that, like what's the octane rating for regular over up in New York?
The 87.
Okay, so you have 87. Same with me.
Mm-hmm.
Now in New Mexico, it's 86. Because
really?
I guess the elevation.
Ah,
that messed me up.
Carmen says, I'm sorry, when was the last time you were all here? It's been a while. It's been a
minute, but calm down. I'm being serious. Calm down. All right.
You know nothing about the price of gas or anything else. Stop talking.
Shit. By the time I got to San Antonio, and I took that photo saying $2.40, I'm like, praise Jesus.
When you said that to me, I was just like, oh goodness. But
I swear, because like in Carlsbad for regular, it was damn near $3 for regular.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, fine. okay, I'm okay, fine. But then, since I got to San Antonio, like coming home, $2.40. That's when I took that photo. I'm like,
Yes,
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 yes, yes, yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
I'm telling you,
And
last
even
week.
and then as soon as I get further in, because I pass a small town before I get home,
Hmm.
and gas is like 2.35.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. It's
Yeah, but yeah, next week's gonna real like the time change is really gonna fuck with me though because I'll be up in London. So
oh, okay.
it'll be 5 hours ahead for you, but it'll be 6 hours
Hmm.
ahead for me.
Ah,
So yeah, so I fly out Monday, 4:30 in the afternoon, and I
okay.
land in London Tuesday at 7 a.m.
Mm,
So it's like it's 9.5 hour nonstop there, and then 10 hour nonstop on the way back.
mm.
But however, though, what's going to be cool though is that once you get into international waters, alcohol is free.
Ah, okay. So GMT time, you'll be following.
Hell yeah.
All right. I mean, so it's a pleasure trip, business trip, or a little bit of both.
Just pleasure trip. One of my other best friends, like he lives there and works there because
Oh,
he
okay.
he sold his house in Houston, so he lives there. So now he's like, yeah, come hang out with him, because the last time I was in London was like 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, like the only big thing we're gonna be doing is like, um, it. By the time I land there, he's like, well, chill at the house, chill at his place for like a couple of days, and then just kind of roam around, whatever in London, and then we're flying out. I think like Thursday morning to Saturday, we're flying to Scotland.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, and the thing about it is like, and this is what's weird because like flying from Houston to Dallas would be like $150-$200 round trip, but flying from London to Scotland is $50 round trip.
Mm.
It's like, how
That's
does that make sense?
I
But
couldn't tell you.
yeah, so I told him I was like, because like the last time we were there, we were just kind of like rushing, see this cathedral, see this
Mm-hmm.
museum, see
Mm-hmm.
that, see that. I was like, on this go around, we'll just go and just let it ride. Whatever we see, we see. Whatever we do, we do. But I was like, I don't want to feel like we're on a time crunch.
Yeah, because those are the worst. One of my buddies mentioned to me at work. He had called me. It was bright and early in the morning. I was troubleshooting a problem, and so I saw his face appear on my watch. So I accepted the call, and he was telling me he was going on a cruise, and he said, cruise is going to touch 5 different islands. He was like, there's only one day that we're actually going to be on the water. And I was like, really? And I thought about a cruise. Last time I've been on a cruise, it was when my wife and we took the kids to the Disney cruise. So
Yeah.
that was eons ago. But a couple of years ago, like right towards the tail end of COVID, I was starting to look at cruises and everything else like that. But I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about with that. So UK. Oh, before we even get into the UK, planning to go attend Mets at Kansas City Royals the week of July 11th. So I'll be in Kansas City, Missouri.
Nice. You
You
gotta
know,
try the barbecue.
that's what they were talking about. Oh my goodness. One of my friends was like, dude, he said the barbecue is going to be the roof.
Yeah, because like they have the Kingsford Barbecue Championship. That's where they always have it there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know when the event is, but that's when every time whenever they have like the barbecue cook-off championships, it's always right there, Kansas City, Missouri, because they dub it as like the holy grail of barbecue.
Mm. So it's gonna be a game. It's gonna be barbecue, and probably going to go before I leave Negro's Hall of Fame
Nice.
museum, Negro League's Hall of Fame museum. Yeah, but the UK. So you didn't want to schedule the UK and try to squeeze in a game during, NFL season, or it was kind of
My
impromptu?
my my friend, like he doesn't like sports.
Okay.
He thinks like the NFL in the UK is a waste of time.
Okay.
So even if I wanted to go check out a Manchester United soccer game or if a
Hmm.
rugby
Hmm.
matchup, if I want to go check it out, like you're like no, and I'm like, ugh.
Mm.
He's not a
Okay.
sports fan. I am.
Yeah. You know how it is.
So
That's
yeah,
what
I know.
that's what I think would be fun. But I mean, and I don't know this, and I haven't done any research on it, but I would only guess those games, those NFL games in the UK, has to be all types of price gouging.
Um, I think because I think they have to go the regulation because I mean they're in agreement with the NFL, so it's whatever
Mm-hmm.
the NFL agrees to what like what the currency exchange is,
Okay.
So that I think I mean and the thing about it is with the currency conversion, it's only like maybe $1 or 2 or a few dollars difference. I mean, for instance, like how we would buy a burger and fries,
Mm-hmm.
like a combo meal, and it'd be like what, $7, $8,
Mm-hmm.
and then over there they're like you could buy a burger fries for like £5, or like five
Mm.
pounds. But then when you do the conversion, it's pretty much almost an equivalent of what we pay.
Ah, okay. Got it.
So yeah, that's on certain things, but I'm still learning the conversion system because I mean, when going to Mexico, how everything's like in pesos, that's like
Right.
you're like, damn, 40,000 pesos. So like, wait, calculator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, $15. Okay, cool.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Gotcha.
just imagine if you won the lottery and you're living in Mexico, dude. You're like royalty.
Of course. And that's why I'm just gonna double back. Yo, New Mexico, not tapped. Not tapped. It's kind of rare when you look across the United States and you're like, okay, what markets aren't tapped? Because for the most part, a lot of them are already. They're already
Yeah.
at 2 or 3x the cost.
Yeah. I think like with New Mexico is like pretty much like I mean, because like Ruidoso is kind of a small, quaint town. Carlsbad is a small
Mhm.
town, but Carlsbad's going to be forever oil and gas. Um, but yeah, Albuquerque, I think would be the city that like kind of be growing. Just give it about like 10, 15 years and it'd be like massive.
Mm.
But I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with Phoenix too. I mean, Phoenix is a good size, but I know it can be bigger. But then all the laws that they have.
Hmm.
I will say this though, I wish Texas would implement this because now that I've seen it, I saw it in Phoenix and I saw it in Vegas, in Nevada. But how you could, if Texas would implement it, life would be fine. But selling alcohol like at Walmart and making it public, because like you could go to the corner store
Hmm.
and buy alcohol.
Hmm.
You could buy alcohol at Walmart.
Just so I haven't made a mistake. You're talking about strictly on Sundays?
It's at like they sell it at like when I went to Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Total Wine was open 7 days a week.
Ah, I got you.
I'm like, you guys are open on Sunday, and they're like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
It's
how
like
they are
they,
up here.
but see, Texas doesn't have that though.
Mm.
But like if you buy alcohol at the corner store, the gas station, it's like the sample bottle.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
That's it. It's like I don't want no damn sample bottle. I want the whole bottle.
and the sample bottle was like 3/4 of the price that you were going to pay.
Precisely. Yeah, like $3 for like a little sample. No, bruh.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I know there's a lot of areas. I mean, think about it, like Montana would be a good spot. Uh the Dakotas.
Mm-hmm.
But the Dakotas, I think like South Dakota, um, well, the Dakotas in general, they're part of that oil market too, because you got oil areas over there, other than like in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Texas and New Mexico and Pennsylvania, we have oil spots. So, which is like what I do, which I did not know about this. So, the processing of like the oil and gas,
Mm-hmm.
basically, there's like three tiers, and when it comes to like it's like the final stages of processing. So, you have the upstream, midstream, and downstream. I'm in the upstream. I
Mm-hmm.
work in the upstream part of it where it filters out water, gas, oil, and then the midstream is like the transport
Mm-hmm.
pipelines and all this other stuff, and then the downstream is to the housing, the buildings, and everywhere else, how they get it all situated.
Mm.
So yeah, it goes from the upstream from us, and then midstream to all the refineries and everything, and the transports, and then the downstream is the what we bask and enjoy.
Mm. I mean, you mentioned UK. Any other places you plan to visit well, next year?
Iceland,
I had a friend tell me about Iceland.
Reykjavik, Iceland. I do want to hit that.
I had a friend get a one-way ticket to Iceland, and he stayed, I don't know, about 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to check it out because like the Viking history, and then on top of that, like the sky, the
Mm-hmm.
night sky, the aurora.
Got
I
it.
want to check that out. Yeah. But yeah, Reykjavik, Iceland's on my list. I want to do a backpack through Europe.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got a duffel bag. I got a traveling duffel bag that would be perfect. Because I'm gonna pack light because I know I'm gonna buy shit as I go along.
Got it. Got
Yeah,
it.
I want to do a backpack through Europe. Of course, I want to go to Ireland. Ireland to my dad's side
Mm-hmm.
lineage of the Irish, and then my mom's side, it's like British, German, Saxon, and something else. But on my dad's side, it's like my dad's father's side is like straight Irish.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to go check that out. Go on the Game of Thrones tour, and then go to one of the castles and kiss the Blarney Stone like everybody else.
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, and I do want to go to Moscow.
Okay.
I do want to go to Malaysia, Thailand. If I'm my mom's relatives, whatever surviving ones there, but it probably I don't know. I have not kept current with them, so I have no idea what they look like. But I do want to go to Thailand, like Chiang Mai, then Bangkok, and then Phuket. Party it up at Phuket.
Okay.
Um, yeah, Malaysia, Japan, New
Wow.
Zealand's gonna be expensive as hell, though.
Wow.
Like, yeah, going to Australia and New Zealand, that's going to be expensive.
Uh-huh.
I looked at it one time; it was like $5,000 just for the flight alone, and
To
that's
what
sitting
part?
to
New Zealand?
yeah, to Auckland.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, through United. I was like, what? But
Hmm.
yeah, for you, like if you were to fly to London, because I think like for me it was like eight or anywhere from $800 to $1,200 for the flight going to
Okay.
London. But since you're in New York, it's not that much. It'd be like a 3 hour flight for you,
Right.
like 3 to 5 hour flight for you. So I mean, you're just right there you just go right up on the upstream and bam.
It's one of those things. I remember when we were flying from Trinidad to Tobago. It was kind of like zip, zip.
Hmm.
It was the quickest 45-minute ride.
Yeah, for like San Diego to Vegas is like 45 minutes. You're like, oh,
Hmm. Hmm.
I couldn't get a nap in. But yeah, you haven't been to Europe or anywhere?
No, I haven't.
Start planning.
I haven't.
I mean, like London's really cool. I mean, just like the architecture, some of the buildings, and then the history of it.
Mhm.
Um, you could take a train. You could take a train going directly to Windsor to go see the Windsor Castle,
Uh,
where Prince Harry and Meghan got married.
mhm.
Like I was there. I still got my photos. Not of the wedding, but when I did go.
Got it.
Um, but yeah, I mean, like, yeah, London's really cool. It's just everybody power walks.
Ah, I just still can't get over. If I'm going to London, it's definitely going to be on a week where I could squeeze in NFL game in Wembley Stadium or whatever like that.
That's what I was asking you. Are you going to go over there when it was like the Jets and the Minnesota? I think it
Right,
was.
right.
That's what I said. Hey, are you going to go?
And thankfully I didn't.
Yeah,
Thankfully I didn't.
but I mean that would be a cool thing to go, even though like say if it's like Buffalo and somebody, but it's just like, hey, an NFL game out in London,
Right.
yeah, let's go check it out.
I mean, and you see those fans, they're wearing everyone's jersey at the
Hmm.
game. There's some with the two participants wearing those jerseys, but you have so many other people that are just doing their own thing.
I just wish they would reinstate the NFL Europe again.
Mm.
Because back in the early 2000s, you had about 8 teams, and it's for like guys that did not get drafted.
Hmm.
They played for the NFL Europe, and the NFL Europe was like developmental.
Yes.
So you had like the Berlin Thunder, the Ireland, whatever. You had 8 teams, and it was really cool. But then they shut it down.
Yeah. What was that?
Because
What
I
was
mean, I remember cheering for the Berlin Thunder.
I'm wondering what was the main reason that they shut it down? I guess either they weren't selling tickets or they
Yeah,
didn't have those eye-popping ratings on TV.
yeah. But the thing about it is, like in Europe, I mean, what's the most predominant sport in Europe? Soccer.
Gotcha.
So, um,
Oh, she's a wrap.
what?
Yeah, I'm just sitting here, just thinking, just like, we just thinking about dominant sports and everything else like that.
Yeah. So it said the NFL Europe operated from 1991 to 2007.
Hmm.
Um,
I
but yeah,
hope they get the UFL right.
I hope so too.
I hope they get it right because, like I said, getting it right it's a feeder league.
Yeah.
That's what getting it right is. It's a feeder league, and that's that.
Yeah, I can't wait till next month. Major League Rugby is back in session.
Okay.
The Houston SaberCats, baby.
I forgot the New York rugby team, but they were having games right by right at the Coliseum. You know?
Yeah, it's like the Rugby Sevens.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, wait, let me look it up.
Yeah, the Roughnecks
Major League Rugby.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the Anaheim, Anthem Rugby Club, Chicago Hounds, the Houston SaberCats, the Miami Shark, the Rugby Football Club Los Angeles, Old Glory, which is the DC one. You got the NOLA Gold, the New England Free Jacks, the San Diego Legion, the Seattle Seawolves. Seawolves, really?
Mm.
And then you got the Utah Warriors. So I think like the Anthem RC, I think they're the Charlotte team.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're the Charlotte team. So, but the Houston SaberCats, yeah.
What were your thoughts on last night's Thursday night football game? Best game of the season?
Best game of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a cool thing. I picked Detroit to win too.
Yes.
I mean that they're the team to watch, man, because like last year should have been theirs.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been theirs, you know. Because I mean, if you're pulling, I mean, in all fairness, it should have been Detroit, Baltimore last year.
Yes, I agree with you.
But then again, NFL script is the NFL script.
There's no getting around it.
And then whatever Swifty says goes.
So has this NFL season been a letdown, something that you expected, or are you really excited?
I would say as expected.
Okay.
I mean, because basically, let's face facts. I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs are like the New England Patriots now.
Yeah.
So let's just get that out of the way. Now, a lot of the bad officiating, it's weird. It's like, who'd have thought that Minnesota would start off 6-0 for one thing under Sam Darnold, that was a mind-boggling within itself.
Not really. I got to just jump in here and say they know how to develop quarterbacks out in Minnesota.
Valid. Yeah.
Hence the reason why Daniel Jones is now a Viking. I'm like, yeah, everyone watched careers be resuscitated out there. And we all remember Sam Darnold. He was like, I see ghosts. I see ghosts. I see ghost. And you're like, what?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like Kansas City being undefeated. Like, then we see like a lot of calls were going, yeah. The refs are like, yep, deposit hit. Holding number 78. What? I'm just standing here. Dude. It was a love tap. Dude. How's that holding? And then the downfall of the Messiah. What is up with that? You get Devontae Adams to like help rejuvenate, and you thought like, all right, here we
This thing has just been when you say utter disaster, that's not even saying enough. How bad it's been.
I mean, I was wrong about the AFC South. I was like, oh man, it's gonna be a battle royal, but all of a sudden it's like, what the hell? Did I miss something here?
And then I've been seeing repeatedly seeing a text from Aaron Rodgers' ex-girlfriend, and she's just like
Olivia
ragging.
Munn?
No,
Olivia Munn?
it wasn't Olivia Munn. It was another one, and she was just like, Aaron is toxic, and he's this, and he's that. I'm like, wow. Kick them while they're down.
I mean, you got your head coach fired, then you got your general manager fired.
And then you sit there and you act like you don't know what's going on.
And then you have to think back when he was in Green Bay, how there was friction with Aaron Rodgers in the front office.
Mm-hmm.
Is he trying to be like a LeBron?
I don't know, dude. I kind of just want him to go away from the Jets.
Yeah, I think he's done. I don't think any other team would want to put up with him.
Mm-hmm. It's to the point where right now, I could say truthfully, I would want the Jets to put him on IR just so we can be done. Pack your stuff up, get to getting.
Yeah. And then have who's the backup?
Tyrod Taylor.
Oh yeah, Tyrod Taylor.
You know, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just wacky. I mean, then you get the 49ers, they're supposed to be dominant, but now they're kind of going like average now.
And they're being showcased again on TV. They just got blown out by the Bills 2 Sundays ago.
Yeah.
No, I think it might have been last Sunday. They got blown out by it. And it's like, I think it's the next Thursday night football game is Rams and 49ers.
Yeah. I mean, and then what's really unprecedented, like with the Dallas Cowboys losing what 6 or 7 home games straight.
Yeah. Sad.
Like, wow.
It's sad.
But because I guys are like, oh yeah, Mike McCarthy's out the door. I'm like, no, he ain't. And they're like, what do you mean by that? I said, because people know how Jerry Jones is. So whoever he wants to select as a head coach, they're going to turn it down because Jerry Jones is a dictator. Let's face facts. I mean, he's a dictator. He's a micromanager. He's always telling people like, no, we need to draft this guy. No, get this guy. Because his ego.
You're right. I can't even decline. I can't even push back against you. It's bad. And it's like, and Woody Johnson seems like a cheap knockoff of Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
You know, it's real sad. I feel bad for the fans, the ones that are paying their hard-earned money to go to this thing, and it just
like that one fan with the hard hat, how he was like a diehard. He was getting chastised because he was being critical.
Yeah,
Fireman. It's like where's the lie?
Fireman Ed.
Where's the lie? I mean, I'm like, I feel you, bro.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
Like, man.
But I mean, the NBA. Who cares about the NBA?
I haven't really been following NHL tight because
how about the LGPA?
What?
The Ladies Golfing Professional Association, the Professional Women's Golf, having Caitlin Clark highlight.
Ooh.
Dude, it was phenomenal booking,
Mhm.
phenomenal. I mean, everybody flocked. I mean, and
Mhm.
people pushed it towards like, hey, this needs to be on air, and it got on air.
Mhm.
And now I'm like, man. So now it's like Caitlin Clark is like the first female dual athlete now because now she's taking
Yep.
up golf in her spare
Yep.
time.
Yep. Yep.
And the marketing, they advertised her good. I was like, Caitlin Clark. I was like, man, the WNBA, they really dropped the ball.
Mhm. Yeah.
I
They,
mean, but then again, you know, with the I mean, with the current climate, it's like it's all about identity, identity, identity. Who gives a shit?
but
You know,
it's
it's like, hey, they're skilled enough to be drafted in the professional league.
right.
So all that other nonsense, like, man, get that out of the door.
Mm.
You got a very talented player. You got a very talented player to help grow the league, inspire young players, but then you want to show your ass, and then now it's like, all right, because after Clayton Clark, what happened to the ratings of the WNBA?
I mean, they were still good ratings, but they dipped greatly.
Mm-hmm.
They dipped greatly. You know. I don't know. Hey,
I mean,
so
if they make a pair of Caitlin Clark for men, I wear a pair of Caitlin Clarks. Be like, yeah, representing C2, baby, C2, C squared, man,
I don't
C
know, man.
squared, C squared.
I don't know, but
Oh
I
yeah, did you
think.
ever find?
Hmm?
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, like, I was like, it's kind of cool, like the celebrations. You can do celebrations now.
Yeah. I think, like I said at the start of the stream, Tony and Joe will hopefully join us. If there's a UFC card, JoJo's not joining us.
Yeah,
He's not. But then again, you never know. He just may, you know.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, we'll catch up tomorrow. Are you going to be available tomorrow?
yeah. I'll be available tomorrow night. Yeah, yeah. Because the only thing I'm doing is doing the thing for the family downstairs, and then I got to get my haircut done and start pre-packing because I got to unpack and pre-pack.
Mm. Yeah.
Since I got home last night, I got home like between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, and I was just exhausted for being on the road. I was just like, man, all I did was like I kicked off my Crocs because I took off my cowboy work boots,
For
and
that long drive, right?
yeah, because like after a while, I don't know what it is. Like after a while, like it just starts like it's fine when I'm walking around, but when I'm just like taking a nap, I feel a little tightness in my foot. So like
Mm-hmm.
so now I know. Like now it's like I have Crocs.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
when I yeah, and I would have been home sooner, but one of the night guys couldn't get a babysitter. So so the guy that's supposed to relieve me, I told him to go relieve the other night guy because he has stuff to do. I was like, I'll just stay the whole shift. I'll just work the whole shift. Because if the other guy would have shown up, I would have left at midnight. I would have clocked out at midnight. I would have been home like around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
They never show up.
But yeah, so I was like, all right, well, I got extra hours added to the next check. So oh well. I mean, it is what it is.
I would say let's reconvene
Mm-hmm.
and we shall meet again tomorrow. Hey, so with the fantasy football getting ready to come to an end, because I think we got what, like 3 more weeks or even
I think
less.
so, yeah. Yeah, 3 more weeks, yeah.
Are you joining Bell Kings in the
This
morning?
Sunday, yes.
Oh, you
Sunday
leave.
morning, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Monday I fly out.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
Yeah,
Brian,
so it's like, mm-hmm.
definitely want to thank you for jumping up here.
Thank you for having me.
We got this in 45 minutes. It'll be a little bit longer tomorrow because just because.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Yeah, I think that's about it. That's all I have. Best ways to follow you?
Here, nonsensical nonsense. And I just I return to the realm of Snapchat
Ah,
at barbecue F-150.
yo, you're back. See,
I'm back in the realm of Snapchat.
That's the thing. You sit here, you join these social media platforms, and then what is it? You get bored, or you just have seen enough?
Seen enough.
Okay.
And yeah, and get bored.
Yeah.
That's I mean, and the thing about it is too, like with Facebook and Twitter and all that, Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And you know me, I'm pretty much like outspoken, and I'm gonna say what's on my mind. And I know a lot of people are not. A lot of people don't agree with what I say or don't like what I say.
Nope. In the worst way.
And the only thing I gotta say is, hey, life is tough. Wear a helmet. That's my only. In the words of Candace Owens, life is tough. Wear a helmet. So,
dude, tomorrow we'll talk about your guy Larry Elder rerunning again for the state of California.
I mean, yeah.
Tomorrow we'll talk about Mayor Eric Adams potentially
Switching sides.
They were trying to trip him up today in a couple of interviews. I mean, it's just sad. It's just sad. You know,
and see here, and I don't see it as a bad thing because, like, I showed you article where the mayor of Dallas switched parties. A black mayor going from Democrat to Republican.
Yeah.
The congresswoman in Georgia switched. A black congresswoman in Georgia switched from Democrat to Republican, and she's getting all kinds of hate.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow. So you can't, you know.
True.
But we'll talk more about that tomorrow.
We'll talk more about it tomorrow because I also wanted to talk about the potential of if Adams does flip to Republican, it's going to set up in New York City Andrew Cuomo versus Mayor Eric Adams battling to be the chief executive of the city of New York.
I mean, so with Cuomo and the allegations. Oh wait! Do we have a legal? We have a legal note. Where's Sonny Hostin? We need to validate this real quick.
Sonny Hostin. You live for the View.
How is that show still on the air? They're dumb as hell,
dude.
They're dumb as hell, and they're out of touch.
You watch it every day. You're helping out the Nielsen's rating.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I don't watch it, but just like when other people do their reviews on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like when that's what I'm like. What, that she really said that? Like, God. I mean, here we are a month after the election, and people like Sunny, Whoopi, like all the girls on The View, except for Alyssa and Sarah, they're like, now they're starting to like, hey, the country's spoken.
Yeah.
But Sunny Sonny, Joy Reid, and all them other knucklehead, Angela Rye, they're still like, the country's sexist. It's misogyny. It's like, no,
Hold on
bitch.
Hold on 1 second. Or you can continue talking. I'll be right back.
But it's like, no. You gave us somebody nobody wanted. Number one. Number two, the people who helped run her campaign did a deplorable job, even though Joy Reid says she did a flawless campaign. If it was flawless, then she would have been elected, not Trump. So make that make sense. But no, man, people care about the border. They care about the immigration. They care about all this other shit because it's like, man, enough is enough. We gave y'all an inch and they want to take a mile. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna be okay, guys. We're gonna be okay. Don't freak out. We're gonna be okay. Other than that, I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll have more content tomorrow with all the other upstated. But as far as podcasts, I mean, as far as podcasts go, I mean, hit the button.
Hit the button. I just want to double back. Isn't it funny where you start to hear, and maybe some of them were saying this before, but now you're starting to hear certain Democrats saying, "Yeah, I'm not happy with the border. I'm not happy." I mean, so I saw something with Kathy Hochul, governor of New York. I agree. Let's get him out of here.
Oh, now she wants to change her tune.
She said the ones that are committing crimes, get them out of here.
Oh, but what did she tell Zeldin at the yeah? What did she tell him when they're having their debate? When he's bringing up crime, like it's an issue, we gotta put a control. And what is her response? Why do you care about that so much?
Mm-hmm.
It was on air. We all saw that clip.
He said that 2 days ago, and I was just like, everyone all of a sudden. And they were asking Adams today about that, and he started calling out Harris and Biden and Harris. He said they're tied together at the hip. Mm-hmm. They knew this was a problem.
Mm-hmm.
He starts going in. They were asking him about, is he now aligning himself with Trump? He was like, listen, I love my country. Period. And I was just like, oh boy. I said, oh boy. Tomorrow we gotta talk about the starting five.
Yeah.
That tweet. The starting five. I'm like, oh my goodness, Brian.
It's like that Reagan. It's like that joke Reagan told when he was president. How this one guy's like selling these kittens, these newborn kittens.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, they're Democrat kittens. They're Democrat kittens. And then all of a sudden, like after the election, he goes, same guy, same cats. Hey, Republican kittens. So like, well, what's the difference? They open their eyes.
Dude, we gotta talk about the starting five. There's just so many jokes about it. Everyone is just keying in on it because, like with anyone else, when you become a surrogate for someone, they were riding hard for Trump, riding super hard. And it's like, every comedian is just like, well, hey, how's it feel now? You're left out in the cold, blah, 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 blah. And tomorrow, I want to get your take on the fact that if he continues to take members who are in leadership positions in the House of Representatives, he's going to give over the majority. It's real close right now. It's like 220 to 215.
Mm.
And he's just plucking people, plucking. And I'm like, I know everyone's watching the math, because just like this, the Dems could turn around and have 218. Then it's a problem.
Yeah.
You know, we do have to talk about, we'll talk about tomorrow. You know, I get it. You get appointed a position, but shouldn't you kind of have some type of experience doing that position?
Yeah, I mean, like with my buddy, when one of my other buddies, like he's you know, he's all like, and this is the cool thing, like
Mhm.
he was all, you know, like he voted for Kamala and everything because he just hates Trump with a passion. But we were having this. I
Kamala.
mean, Kamala.
God.
Actually, you know what? Hit the button was talking about that. I'll have to forward it to you. But
Uh,
but but no, we're having that talk, and then the talk was about Tulsi Gabbard, and he was like
mhm.
saying, well, because she's military, he was like, I think she's better fit. He thinks like she's better fit for uh the Secretary of Defense.
Secretary of Defense.
And well, actually, I was like, she's more fitted for the intelligence because being on the Foreign Affairs Committee and all the other like Foreign
Mhm.
Policy Committee and all this other stuff. So in the military, so it's like you got to have the intel because war is like the last resort. So you want to have all the right intel. And the thing about it is,
Yeah.
you want to make sure it's correct because that's how from her time in Congress all the way to now. She's been on point with her message.
Uh-huh.
Like
Uh-huh.
she's like, we got to make sure we're going to be doing the right thing. We got to make sure that we have everything in the row so that way
Yep.
we're not, you know.
Yep.
So I think she's perfectly fit. And then on top of that, it's like, he asked, he's like, yeah. So what's up with the Russian thing? I said, all because in 2016 Tulsi did not want to play ball with the Democrat leadership. She called out her own leadership, which was a Democrat. She called out Trump when he fucked up,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
any other Republican leadership. So I was like, she
Mm-hmm.
sees a fuck up. She sees a fuck up. She's gonna call it out.
Yep.
She did not care. She did not want to play ball. So, and because how she stepped down from the DNC vice chair, she stepped down and endorsed Bernie Sanders. That's when Hillary was like, "Oh, it's on now."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was like, so if she's so I was like, if she's a Russian asset, show me the proof.
Mhm.
And then what? And then if you guys are so gung ho that she's a Russian asset, why has she not been arrested? Why is she not locked up?
Yep.
Because you have nothing.
Yeah.
You got nothing on her. She's been consistent. And then on top of that, she's a lieutenant. She's an active lieutenant colonel. That wasn't handed to her like other people that we know.
Mm-hmm.
She
Mm-hmm.
wasn't handed that position. She
Mm-hmm.
earned that position.
Yo, we'll follow up
She
tomorrow.
didn't fall. Yeah, she didn't fall out of a coconut tree.
We'll
She's a
follow up.
violent girl. God dog it, I did it.
Oh my goodness. Full disclosure, I did donate to Tulsi Gabbard's failed presidential campaign.
I did too. I still have her shirt, Country Over Party, Tulsi 2020. I donated to her too, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. And then she had a town hall in Austin, and I wasn't able to make it. I really wanted to go.
How far is Austin from you?
2 hours.
For 2 hours. Okay. So it's like being on Long Island and driving to New Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then from where I am to San Antonio is like 2.5 hours.
Okay,
2.5, 3.
got it. Hey, we're gonna
Sure.
shut this down. Brian, I want to thank you again. We'll catch up tomorrow, and we are out.
Good night, everybody.